As a young man, he was summoned to the wars. Spent his best years with blood on his hands.
Hey guys, it's HomoMoto. How you doing? It's another story time, and it's another one of my cop ones. This was pretty funny though, kind of. I was working off duty at a gay bar in Memphis, Tennessee. I think I've told y'all, well I know I've told y'all in my gay cop video that I was open when I was on the police force in Memphis. So, I mean, all my superiors knew I was gay. And the community did. So the owner of the gay bar, it was called Club Impulse in Memphis, Tennessee. He asked me to work security for him a couple nights a week. I worked every Friday and Saturday because I typically was off Friday and Saturday nights. So I agreed to come in and work with him. And, you know, it was pretty fun because it's really interesting because I don't know what it is about a lot of gay people, but they like hitting on guys that are straight. I'm not going to say I'm guilty of that, but I'm not going to say I'm not guilty of that either, because I kind of am sometimes. But anyway, I'm working at the bar, and this particular night they had an after party when the bar closed. The bar closed promptly at 2 a.m. and after parties usually lasted until about 6 a.m. and this was a typical after party, but some other events was going on in the bar that they couldn't have anyone there that wasn't part of the after party. So we were escorting everybody out of the bar, and I had this one drag queen. I have had trouble with this drag queen almost every other weekend since I've been working there. And everybody else was going out of the bar when I told them, you know, unless you have the little gold ticket, you can't stay after the club closes tonight because it's a private party. So people that had the little gold ticket, you know, they showed us and we let them go into the after hours party room, and the other people, you know, we politely asked them to leave, you know, finish your drink and leave, or call a cab or whatever. And the party wasn't supposed to start for like 30-40 minutes after the bar closed. That way we had time to get everybody out. We got everybody out except for this one drag queen. I'm not going to say her name, but if you didn't know her, by looking at her, you would think she was a real woman. She was a drag queen that looked kind of like this. Not one of these ones that looked like this. Well, she told me, she said, "You're not putting me out of here." And I told her, I says, "Look, I've asked you nicely to leave. I need you to go. If you don't leave, I'm going to have to arrest you for criminal trespassing." She said, "You're not doing nothing." And when I say she, it was really a he, but if you know drag queens, they really prefer to be called she. That little tidbit is for Bakamoto, because we had a conversation about this last night. So, so there you have it. I don't think I really answered your question last night, but yeah, they prefer to be called she. But anyway, she wasn't about to leave. I told her, I says, "Look, I don't want to put you in jail, but you're going to have to go." So I start herding her toward the door like cattle, and she pulls out a stiletto on me. I'm not talking about a switchblade. I'm talking about a high heel shoe stiletto, stab you in the head, one of those. It was pretty, it was blue, kind of looked like this one. But she popped me in the back of the head with that stiletto. And when she done that, I mean, it really, I think I've still got a scar from that because I bled like struck pig. It hurt like the devil. Well, at that point, I went ahead and cuffed her and arrested her. And she went from what would have been, there's Tennessee, go Vols, not Roll Tide. Anyway, she went from what would have been a misdemeanor criminal trespass, which basically she would have got a ticket, she wouldn't actually went to jail, to assaulting an officer. Because when I worked security at that bar, I actually wore my police uniform, and you know, it was pretty obvious I was an officer, so we went ahead and arrested her for assaulting an officer. To this day, that drag queen tries to friend me on Facebook. I'm not going to call her out, but she found out who I was, and I guess she was a little drunk. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I want to give you cops a fair warning. Don't think drag queens can't beat your ass.
Some ladies need to get hit.
Then conversely, some men need to be hit back.
Because not only can they will. Because like Miss Noxie said in Tu Wong Fu,
Feet it works out. Feet it works out. Yeah. A lot.
yeah, a lot of them do. And some of them are, you know, martial arts trained, and they carry a stiletto, both kinds, and they might have a gun in their purse, and God knows what they got. So you guys, use caution when you're arresting these drag queens. And I got a couple buddies that are cops, especially you guys. Be careful. These queens will hurt you. I mean, after all, they think they're royalty. That's all I got for this one. I love y'all, and roll tide.
I was a storm, and I passed right over you. And I tried to eclipse the sun in the hopes that you love the tumult and spray in your face, and the sky broken by light.